George from Bushcraft Days, and today I'm going to look at doing a short how-to on doing a damp tinder fire. So I've been tinkering around with birch bark firelighters recently. It just reminded me from years ago. I learnt from a friend of mine called Rich, he's on Bushcraft UK as Rich59, about the damp tinder bundle. And basically he went out for a walk one day and picked up whatever he could on the ground and decided to see if he could make a fire out of it, and it was all damp material. Okay, so what did he do? He basically went out and looked around the woodland floor. You see here there's quite a bit of leaf litter sitting in amongst some rather nice lungwort there, but he just went for the top of the leaf litter and picked up as much damp tinder, as dry as he could get it. It was a pretty damp day, and it's not overly damp, but it's not overly dry either. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just go around, collect a load of this, then process it down and see if we can get an ember to blow this into flame, and I'll show you how it's done. Okay then, I've been out wandering around and got a bit of a haul, and I've gone for a mixture of leaves. You can see as dry as I can get them, but they're not all amazingly dry. And then I've also collected some bark, and it's some rotted down bark. I think it's off goat willow, and that's going to be useful as well. So I'm going to process this down into smaller pieces of different grades and build myself a little tinder bundle, and I'll use this to sit on that tinder bundle on, and to actually hold it down in place as well as I blow it into flame. And that's the next part of the process. Okay, now the processing stage. Now I've been doing this for a little bit already. I've got the leaves I collected earlier on, and I've got some rough stuff I've roughed up and fine stuff, and I'll show you. It's simple, very simple. Take a handful. There's a mixture you can see of damp, darker coloured there, and slightly drier, and I'm going to put this over the fine stuff, and we're basically just going to rub this in my hands until it all falls out. And you just sit here doing that, and really it's as hard as it gets. Takes a little while, but try and get as much fine stuff out of there as possible. Eventually you'll be left with a little skeleton like that. Yeah, and that goes into another pile here I've been making up. So this will form the basis, the rough stuff will form the basis of my tinder bundle, and right in the centre will be this really fine stuff. I've got another little pile of it here. Yeah, so that's quite rough still, but I will make that even finer afterwards. So I'll just carry on doing this here. So it's basically taking a little pile in my hand at a time, with the twigs, rubbing it and rubbing it, letting the little bits fall out, collect. Yeah, now during the spring and summer we sometimes have great big green leaves. We'll just lie this lot on instead of bark, but when I'm out in the woods I would normally just be doing this on the grass, but in our local woods we're not allowed to have a fire, so I brought this back to my garden and I've just placed it on this mat here so you can just see clearly what's going on. So there's now little ribs there, goes on there, bit of a wind, so I'm just keeping things covered up. So I'll just carry on doing that now until we're all finished, and then we'll get on with the lighting the thing. Okay, I've set up the tinder on the fire tray here, as it's my back garden. I've got some bark underneath, and I've got all the kind of skeletons of the leaves at the bottom and round the back, and I've got all the fine stuff on the top, the kind of mid-range stuff, and then I've made a little kind of hole at the top. Okay, it's all very unstable, but then I've got some really fine stuff now, which I've kind of separated out and worked on. Now I'm going to just pop that into there, and just put it there. So as fine stuff as I can, as much of it in there as I can. I've just got, it's a slightly different coloured leaf just so you can see the difference there. So what I've got now is a cramp ball. Now you could use a bow drill, hand drill, get an ember out of that, but for today, common garden cramp ball, Daldinia concentrica, and I'm going to put a fire steel onto that, and I'm going to pop that into the middle. Got a few sparks on there, up and running. You can see oh, it's in there, so that's going to go, oops, inside here. Now the trick here is just to take your time. Just take your time. Now I'm going to get some more bark, and that's going to go over the top. Now this could take 20 minutes. Now what I'm trying to do here is just to slowly warm the area around these leaves over a period of time. I've got a very patient daughter holding the camera for me.
Hello.
One of the things to remember when doing this is to turn your head away when you breathe. You don't want to get a lungful of the smoke. Now, that will be starting to dry the leaves around it, just gently. To be really gentle with this now because the cramp ball is starting to fall apart. See the smoke starting to thicken a little bit, change colour. I'm not pushing this at all, being really gentle. But I do have all my sticks ready, just in case. Got a little bit of flame there. Still don't want to rush it. But still want to spread that heat. Much better now. We've got a bit of flame there, that's good. Now the thing is, this will probably carry on and then go out again, on and out, on and out. And just got to persevere. But you can see it is spreading. Now I'm going to change this bark now, very carefully, for the sticks. Getting much better now. Got the sticks going now. Quite quite happy with that. So this method was taught to me, as I said, quite a few years ago by Rich59 from Bushcraft UK, and it was just on a whim. He thought, can it be done? And I was like quite taken aback, to say the least, when it was. And I've taught this method many a time now to instructors I teach, and it has proven time and time again to be brilliant for just going out, having a wander along when you're on a kind of bimble, and you pick up leaves. You don't have to worry too much about always having loads of hay around with you, and so long as you just take your time when you get back and process the leaves down to nice grades, you will get a good fire going. That didn't take too long. Cheers now.